Would you believe me if I told you it was possible to achieve your goals and make your dreams come true without having to chase anything to make it happen? Well, there is a spiritual law of success that supports this, and today we are going to get realigned by talking all about it. Welcome back to my channel, YouTube. It's Victoria Adriana. Get realigned with me today. My second time talking about the law of the least effort. And after my first video, I received some requests to expand on this topic, and I'm excited to get into it. There are construction workers and all types of things going on in my office building. So if you hear things in the background, please excuse it. So okay, today we're getting realigned, right? Like usual, we love getting realigned. We love aligning with ourselves, tapping in. And we are going to talk about the law of the least effort. How you can achieve more by doing less, and the mindset shifts that align with this effortless way of working. We're also going to talk about how understanding your human design, as well as scheduling and planning ahead, can make your life even easier. So let's get into it. So the first step to achieving more by doing less is by focusing on high impact action. So think about this. 20% of your efforts often produce 80% of your results. This is something that people refer to as the Pareto principle. Instead of overwhelming yourself with endless tasks, you can identify what really makes an impact in your personal and professional life and let go of the rest. Examples of high impact actions includes things like completing one key project at a time instead of multitasking, and having very focused conversations instead of endless meetings. So the next step is to align your efforts with your natural rhythm. This starts with asking yourself one very important question, and that is, am I more productive in the morning, afternoon, or the evening? Now, depending on what your answer is, you're going to start scheduling your most important tasks during these peak times of the day. That will help you to reduce your mental effort while maximizing your results. Lastly, you can start eliminating some decision fatigue by planning ahead. When you schedule your week or even your day in advance, that keeps you from wasting time and energy on trying to decide on what to do next. Instead, you're free to focus on your execution. So to apply this to an everyday situation, think about how you return emails. I know me personally, I will scroll through my email all day long checking for new ones and making sure I didn't miss anything. But an alternate and possibly more impactful way to approach this is by blocking out times to return emails. So let's say I block out an hour from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. to respond to emails that may have came in later in the day, and then even block out maybe 30 minutes at the end of the day to wrap everything up. That way I can use whatever my peak time of the day is. So let's say I personally feel like I'm more impactful in the morning. I can use that peak morning time after I return those emails to focus on deep work and actually accomplishing the tasks that I need. We end up being a lot more impactful when we work in short bursts of time versus all day long. This structured approach helps keep us calm and focused. Now, to be able to fully embrace the law of the least effort, we need to shift our mindset. We're gonna start with one that's often easier said than done, but it's trusting the process. Instead of micromanaging every little outcome, try simply trusting that your intentions will unfold in the right time, in the right way. That sets the foundation for you to be able to work in a way that flows better than force. Speaking of flow and force, the next mindset shift, shifting from a force mentality to one of flow. When things feel forced, it's often a sign to pause, reassess, and let go. Allow solutions to come to you naturally instead of pushing against resistance and feeling like you only have one set outcome. Remember that there are many different paths you can take to get your desired results. We're going to replace resistance with curiosity. When obstacles arise, view them as opportunities to pivot or simplify instead of as barriers. Ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this? How can I make this easier for myself? This shift not only reduces stress, but it opens the door for creativity and innovation to flourish. For me, this shift became even more profound when I learned about my human design and discovered that I'm a projector. For those unfamiliar, human design is a system that combines ancient and modern sciences to help you understand how you're naturally wired to interact with the world. As a projector, my strength lies in guiding others and waiting for the right invitations, rather than trying to keep up with the constant hustle. Before learning this, I often overworked myself by trying to match the energy of others and what society told me I should be doing. But it really ended up just feeling like I was swimming against the current and not making any progress. So when I leaned into the projector strategy of waiting for aligned opportunities and focusing on working smarter, not harder, everything changed for me. By aligning with the law of the least effort, I now know how to use my energy effectively without getting burnt out. Some key insights about projectors include focusing on recognition and alignment, working in short, high impact bursts, as I mentioned earlier, and prioritizing resting recalibration, which is is ultra important to me, especially during times where I'm working a lot. It's absolutely non-negotiable. I need to rest and recharge as much as possible. So understanding your human design can be a game changer. It gives you clarity on how to best direct your energy and step into your flow effortlessly. Another powerful way to work with less effort is through scheduling and planning ahead. So I mentioned earlier about the importance of identifying of when you're most impactful during the day. Scheduling and planning ahead kind of puts that into motion, right? Because when you map out your priorities in advance, you're setting yourself up for success. So here's how to start. First is weekly planning. At the beginning of each week, write down your top 3 goals and schedule your time blocks for tasks that directly support these goals. After you have your week planned out, you're gonna go to your daily preparation. Each evening, take about 5 minutes to plan your next day. This will minimize your morning fatigue and allow you to start fresh. Now, once you have your next day planned out, think about your task organization. Break down a larger task into smaller sequential actions, identifying the order in which each step needs to be completed. This creates a structured plan, and it's a practice that can effectively be added to everyday tasks like cooking and running errands. When it comes to planning and preparation, this does not mean overloading your schedule down to every minute of every day. Leave space for flexibility and rest, because sometimes doing less means allowing room for spontaneity and creativity. To me personally, I used to cram my days and nights doing work on the computer, building websites and branding. For some reason, I thought that was the only way for me to be productive, but it really only led me to feeling burnt out. When I started scheduling focused work blocks and trusting that not everything needed to get done right away, I was achieving a lot more with much less effort. I also simplified my workflow in content creation and digital marketing with certain tools. I use the Notion platform for scheduling content, writing down tasks, and brainstorming. I lean on ChatGPT for assistance with organizing my content flow, and I use Canva for templates and graphic design instead of designing from scratch from Photoshop like I used to. These tools help me save time and energy while still producing high quality results. Like I said when I learned from my human design, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. So in conclusion, the law of the least effort teaches us that life doesn't have to be a constant struggle. By aligning with natural flow, planning ahead, and shifting your mindset, you can achieve so much more by doing less. So it's your turn. Reflect on one area of your life where you can simplify or plan ahead. Let me know in the comments below. I'm here to support you. I will be posting more Get Realigned with Me videos with tips on living with ease and stepping into your purpose.